Hey folks, good morning. Welcome to the episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Thursday, November 27th, and a very happy Thanksgiving to all of you and your families. The Pittsburgh Steelers have their second practice of Week 13 at UPMC Rooney Sports Complex. The youngster Brandon Howe, I told him to take the day off. He wouldn't listen. Will be joining me over on the south side and on afternoon drive a little bit later today as we're giving Smitty the day off to be with his family. And family's kind of what I want to talk about today. Holidays in the NFL are pretty difficult. Most of these guys, if not almost all of these guys, will not be able to spend Thanksgiving with their full families. Some of the older players do have their wives and children around. A lot of the younger guys, obviously, will be able to be with their parents, their families, and even some of the guys that are older. They come kind of itinerantly. If you just get claimed on waivers or signed to the Steelers practice squad mid-season, you may not move your family to Pittsburgh at that point. Don't want to take kids out of school, that kind of thing. And so there are always a lot of players with not a lot to do on Thanksgiving. And a lot of times some of the older teammates, I know Pat Frymuth has hosted guys before, Mike Tomlin hosts guys. That's a pretty common thing. Also wanted to talk about, holidays in the NFL, which are difficult for NFL players, are also really difficult for the significantly larger number of people that are required to put on NFL games and practices. It is one thing to be spending Thanksgiving apart from your family when you are being paid millions of dollars. There are a lot of other people, and myself somewhat included, when you put games on holidays and when you have practices on holidays, that also have to miss their time with their families that are not quite so nicely compensated. Erin Andrews of Fox Sports was on a podcast, and she was talking about what advice she would give someone younger who wanted to get into the industry. And one of the things she said is, be ready. You're going to miss holidays. And you better love it because you're sacrificing a lot to have one of these jobs. And Aaron got a lot of crap for that. And maybe I think I know why, but it's really true. You are going to miss a lot of holidays. You do generally have to move. I was very fortunate in my career that I never had to leave Pittsburgh because this is where my family is. But that's the abnormal situation. Most people that have a career in this industry have to leave home. They're one of those itinerant people in some other city, at least for a while. And I'm also very fortunate that my mom said, okay, what time can you be there? That's when we're going to eat dinner, but we do have practice today. It's going to mess with some people's plans, I'm sure. There's 6 teams playing today. It's definitely going to mess with all their families' plans. We're going to have a couple games on Christmas, I assume, a couple games on New Year's, And so just, look, it's not just about the media either. There are a million security guards, training staff, the groundskeepers. These guys aren't they're not making millions of dollars per year either. And all that stuff has to happen in order for the NFL to continue to operate throughout the holidays, as the league does. There are no holidays in the NFL. But I don't know, I thought Aaron got unfairly criticized for her take, which is absolutely true. I've missed many a holiday, probably going to miss many more. It is part of the sacrifice that you have to make in order to have a career that is involved with the NFL, whether that's in media or one of those other fields that is adjacent to playing football. And, of course, the playing and the coaching kind of goes without saying. But I hope you all get a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, and I appreciate mine for being flexible and waiting for me. And really, if you think about it, it's their fault that I am the way I am, and so it's their responsibility that they created me to be the guy that wanted to do this job, so they can deal with Thanksgiving dinner being a little bit later today. More on the afternoon drive with me and Brendan after practice. Not expecting a full episode, not expecting a full practice today either, thinking this is going to be a fairly short effort. So, we'll stay tuned for that. Until then, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and have a very happy Thanksgiving, the best holiday because it is the only holiday with football as a central tenet. All right, we'll see you next time.